Why hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Car Juice. Today I'm going to be giving you guys the squeeze on the 2025 BMW X5 40i, the Off-Road X Silver Anniversary Edition. So the X5 has hit 25 years old the same year that I happen to hit 25 years old. This car is a special edition for that event. This car is featuring a bunch of different options, but I realized I've not reviewed a 2025 or an LCI'd version of the BMW X5 here on this channel, and this particular one is quite cool for a multitude of different reasons. So it's got the M Sport wheels, but the acute of you guys may recognize that it has an X-Line styling thing here with the Off-Road X package. This car is equipped in a very weird way. So you get M Sport wheels, an M Sport blacked out front kidney grille here, the M Sport Shadowline headlights, but then it has the X-Line kind of plastic that goes over the fender wells, typically seen on the regular X-Line X5. You also have the the side gills off of a sport model X5, and then the back end is off of a regular X5. It's very weird. This particular car is finished in lime rock gray, which is a thing that comes along with the Silver Anniversary Edition. Apart from that, nothing else too crazy. This car does feature the air ride suspension, which is a $1,000 standalone option. And then with the off-road package, at least in the olden days, you used to get kind of like a more durable skid plate underneath it, but it doesn't appear this one has that upgraded skid plate. On the interior, you're basically looking at a standard X5. This car features 375 horsepower, gets really good fuel economy, about 25 miles per gallon average, 27 on the highway, and then 23 in town. This car doesn't have a lot of crazy features. It's more or less kind of basic, but I wanted to review the X5 40i because I don't have any other videos of it on my channel. With the 25 years of X5 Silver Anniversary Edition, you've got this cool plaque here on the center, and then you also get this nice carbon fiber trim. Like all the other X5s, you still have this beautiful interior ambient lighting, but before I get too excited on the interior, I want to go over the important things on the X5. Underneath the hood, you're going to find the B58 6-cylinder straight 6 engine. You also have this little purple cable here because on the 2025 model year, they get a mild hybrid system, a 48-volt mild hybrid that helps with start and go, stop and go traffic, where the engine will turn on using a overpowered alternator that kind of can also kick the engine forward. It's a 13 horsepower motor that basically just makes the car a little bit more efficient. Under the hood, you've got these normal strut braces, and then the top is a little bit different on this car because of that air ride suspension, but apart from that, this is a normal X5. The X5 typically does not come with air ride suspension. Typically it just comes with like standard struts if you get the M Sport package, which would look like this but a little bit more seamless. If you're new to the brand, it would have a color matched fender liner that goes over the side of it, and then it would have adaptive struts, or you can option it with the air ride suspension so you can actually raise and lower the vehicle with the push of one button. Let's go ahead and hop into the back seat so we can test out rear legroom, and I can go over some of the features here in the back of the car. You can see we do have a full panoramic sunroof. That is standard on the X5s, which is quite nice. And then using the, I've got to come up with a new name for it. I was pointed out that the Peter meter is not an appropriate term, but you're probably rocking about 10 inches or so of legroom here in the back, with the drivers put in a 5'8" position, but you can comfortably fit, you know, two 6'2" people back to back. They're just probably not going to be super comfortable on that long-term road trip. As far as infotainment connectivity options go in the rear, you've got two USB Type-Cs and a 12-volt plug here in the back, and then you also have the luxury of this like little adaptive thing where you can put different accessories into the back of the seat, and you get another USB Type-C behind the driver's seat too. This car does have the Harman Kardon sound system, so in the rear, instead of the black plastic, you are going to get this nice mesh over the speaker covers. Nothing crazy like the Bowers & Wilkins where you can actually have light up speaker controls. And if this car was featured with a without a tow hitch cover, you would actually be able to use the kick tailgate, but we're just going to press this one button. This, I think, is something special that comes with the X5 Silver Edition. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but you're also going to get a nice rear cargo mat and some floor mats with that as well. And then there's a small bit of storage. I'm gonna pause the video here and get this out of the way. So curiosity got the best of me and I peeked inside of this box. It's a roof rack. So this car comes with a roof rack, kind of cool. This one also does have the roof rails in high gloss shadowline because of the aforementioned extended shadowline package, but it does look quite nice. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. With the air suspension, you do get one button here that actually will lower the car down about 2 inches, making it easier to load things into the back of the vehicle. It's gonna first lower that front axle and then it'll lower the rear axle. This is similar to what is on the X550e. That's a standard feature on the 50e, but not on the 40i. And then you have a large body-sized cavity below where you can fit basically a carry-on sized luggage bag. And then you also have a storage location for your privacy shield in the back underneath this cover here, which is quite nice. On the 50e, you do lose a little bit of that extra added storage if you are comparing these cars and you're using this video as a metric to do so. This does have the split tailgate, and on the back on this specific model, you do have the silver anniversary edition underneath the X5 badge. It'd be cool if it had the black badges, which you can get from the factory now. And you've also got these little winglets that come along the side, kind of like angel lights projecting off the bottom of the door sill, helping it, making it a little bit easier for you to find your car whenever you're driving around at night. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover on the exterior. I'm gonna put one of you guys here, and then I'm gonna put another version of you guys over there, and then we're gonna take this thing on a little quick drive. No soft closed doors in the X5, unfortunately, but inside of the X5 40i, you are in a very, very comfortable cabin. You've got these very nice synthetic leather Sensitech Sensifin seats that are very nice, and frankly, not just me thinking this, but as these seats have been out for a while now, I truly believe that they are more comfortable than the regular leather seats. Multiple customers have said that, multiple different body types, and that is what I have seen at my dealership as well. Definitely save the extra $2,000. Don't get the expensive leather seats. Save the money, do the Sensifin. Definitely worth it. I'll probably start doing the build videos where I go over a bunch of options that I would select as a BMW client advisor on my channel again here in the near future. The seats are very comfortable. You do have an adjustable headrest, so you can move that forward and back. There's a little button you can press on the left side, and then you can move that headrest around. This one does not have the luxury seating package. If you do choose to get not the luxury seating package, the multi-contour seats. If you choose to get the multi-contour seats, you can actually have the upper half of the seat move around you, and it's very comfortable. It's another way to adjust your headrest that's a little bit less manual than what this car offers. It also gets adjustable thigh extensions, which are power. This car still has the adjustable thigh extensions, which are great for road trips, but you have to do it as a peasant would with your hands. But overall, not too bad. The seat quality and the ride comfort on the X5 is good. It's pretty quick as well, with the 0 to 60 time somewhere in that 4.8 second range. The air suspension leads to a little bit more body roll, but it also lets the car glide over bumps a little bit smoother. And whenever you're taking the kids to soccer practice, you know that you're not going to deck out the bottom of your car whenever you're trying to get into any specific spot. The iDrive screen located to our right does have, the latest connectivity options for both Apple and Android. It is compatible with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then you're going to do all of your climate functions directly through this center screen. So you can set it on auto, and then it'll automatically put on your heated seats, ventilated seats if it's equipped, and you'll be able to get that on there. If you're wanting to add in the ventilated seats option, add in the climate comfort package to your custom build, that's gonna add ventilated seats to both the driver and passenger side. And then it's also gonna put in heated seats in the rear. If you're wanting the $1,000 massaging seats, you're gonna have to add that as its own standalone option while you're building out your car. Most cars at dealerships, at least in the Midwest, don't appear to have that. We only have one vehicle in our whole entire inventory. That's a 6-cylinder X5 that has the massaging seats. They're nice. They did get upgraded from the pre-LCI, but there's still nothing to write home about. So just as a little aside, if you guys are researching around and you're concerned about if you should or should not get the massaging seats, personally, probably wouldn't spend my own $1,000 on it, but that's just my hot take on the improvements they made since the previous versions of the X5 came out. I love all the ambient lighting inside of the car. This does have BMW's latest personal assistant. You can just say, hey BMW, and then put the windows down, or change the interior climate control, or change the 17 different colors of ambient lighting on the inside of this car. Throw this thing into sport mode, and you're gonna notice just slightly more noise inside of the cabin. Since this one doesn't have the full-on M Sport package, you're not going to get that extra exhaust noise, but it is a little bit cool. It shows all of the red lights on the interior, which I'm sure you guys can see. Let me show that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then whenever you put it back into regular comfort mode, it's going to change it back to your own customized lighting setting. Yeah, overall, the X5 is a great car. This one is equipped at the $81,000. Typically, this X5, if you didn't get the special edition version, would be somewhere between a $72,000 and $76,000 price point, depending on what you got. If you want a decently loaded X5, expect to spend at least $72,000. That's for kind of your standard options and features and equipment. And if you're wanting something that's fully loaded, expect to spend probably somewhere in that $78,000 range. This one's got special paint and air suspension and cool stuff, so that's why it costs just a little bit more. But yeah, if you guys have any questions regarding the X5, please feel free to reach out to me in the comments below. Client advisor here at BMW Cincinnati North. If you guys are interested in this vehicle, I'll put a link to our website in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.